whatever happens, nothing happens accidentally. If you have to plan, and you have to plant it, and whatever you plan, you think it for all the time, day and night, it is going to happen. Colleges were started by me, and everybody has supported me, including Sanjay Patil, Vijay Patil, PD Patil, and all everybody. Yeah. So they are all taken care of it. So I am very happy to meet you. And next month I'll be coming back to Kolhapur, and I'll talk on details. Congratulations, congratulations, congratulations.
So this is our simulation and skill center. With great vision, we have had the support of our board of management to go through it. So shall we take one round and see everything Students will first come here. They are explained how the day is going to go, what training, how it is done. This television screen is attached to each simulation station.
Okay.
So whatever is done in any of these rooms will show here. So student batches, they will be identified. 3, 4 will go and do the case. 20 of them will sit here and observe. And then they will get together and discuss as to what was correct, what was wrong, how it could be improved upon. So this is the debriefing room. What we have here is the simulation adult patient simulator. This is called Apollo. This is Apollo. It is an adult simulator. Basically, this is a physiological model based on a normal human patient. Wireless, tetherless, it's very high fidelity. So in normal physiology, you can see that the eyes are blinking, you can feel all the pulse points, you can measure the blood pressure, you can get heart sounds, breath sounds. So it's possible to show students actual normal respiratory and cardiovascular examination. In addition to this, you can create case scenarios. These are fed into the computer, they are run on the mannequin, and students are asked to be there. You can create emergency situations also. Some of the common training models that are followed here are the BLS, Basic Life Support, ACLS. You can teach insertion of various tubes like nasogastric tube, chest insertion tube, urinary catheterization. One of the nice things that students usually enjoy is the trauma life situations where they learn to manage trauma emergencies. For example, here we have created a scenario where this patient has got an amputation below the knee and it is a fresh wound. Now this wound could bleed. This monitor here that is shown for physiology monitoring in the OTs and ICUs is exactly what is shown here. As the bleeding will happen, as the patient's condition worsens, they can see the tachycardia, they can see the blood pressure slowly going down, they will be able to show the SpO2 may be changing, and this helps them to realize how to monitor a patient, how to react in real life situation, how to make quick decisions, and this trains them for real life emergencies in the OT. Now this is where the bleeding has shown that the patient is collapsing and students would have to make the right decisions which could be monitored later on. This is the AV console room which will monitor and control those two simulators. So if one is for the simulator we just saw the Apollo, and this particular monitor is for the next simulator, which is the Lucina. This is a maternal and fetal center, which is basically for pregnancy.
Lucina is a birthing mother wherein all clinicians can perform antenatal examination, intrapartum management, labor management, and postpartum situation like class 3 postpartum hemorrhage. She responds beautifully to all obstetric manuals and clinical interventions. Here we can see this is a laboring mother. We can see here the fetal heart sounds and uterine activity also along with the CST. Now the baby is coming out, she is conducting delivery. You can see the baby's head is stretching the vulva And there comes a crowning, means maximum stretching of the vulva by the fetal head. She is giving a perineal support and the baby is gradually descending down, stretching the vulva. You can see beautifully the baby's head is coming out. Also she responds like screaming, also she will respond. Now the baby's head is out. We can see the mechanism of labor like restitution and external rotation of the baby's head. She has given a perineal support to prevent the perineal tear also. Now she is elevating baby for delivery of the posterior shoulder. So everything can be seen beautifully. You can hear the baby's cry also, baby is crying. So baby is delivered. She has put the baby on maternal abdomen. Can you hear the sound? And now the placenta will get separated and the management of third stage will be taken place as per protocol.
This is a perfect infant simulator which can be controlled with the help of the software in this tab. So, we can control the airway sounds, we can control the breathing, we can control the rhythm and show various rhythm disturbances. Student can even practice synchronized cardioversion and defibrillation. This mannequin has an anatomically accurate oral cavity and a realistic airway. So, student can practice endotracheal intubation, inserting a laryngeal mask airway, even decompressing the tension pneumothorax, inserting an ICD, putting an intravenous and intra-arterial line, putting an intraosseous line, umbilical catheterization, demonstrating pupillary constriction and dilatation, and even demonstration of anterior fontanelle depressed, normal and bulging anterior fontanelle.
This is our surgical simulation room. I'll request Dean Dr. Sharma to demonstrate the lap VR and Dr. Vaishali Gaikwad to demonstrate the endo VR.
Dear friends, I am introducing to you the lap VR, which has got various training modules that permit surgical students to experience hands-on laparoscopic surgery before even touching a real patient. It includes essential skills module comprised of minimally invasive surgery skills including camera navigation, peg transfer, cutting, clipping and needle driving. It also has a procedural skill module. Each of these tasks comes complete with varying degree of difficulty to the challenges of the learner. General surgery students can perform procedures like laparoscopic cholecystectomy and laparoscopic appendectomy. Gynecology and obstetric students can benefit from bilateral occlusion, ectopic pregnancy and salpingo-oophorectomy procedures. Like in this, I am showing you a situation where the patient has got ectopic pregnancy. I am holding the instrument. In one side, I am holding the Babcock, and with this, I am catching the tube. So, like here, I am trying to show you how we can hold the tissue and do the necessary coagulation. Set performance thresholds, customize certain case parameters, capture metrics and upload supplemental multimedia content. Thank you.
Sir, this is the endo VR. It is a simulator which is used for doing endoscopic procedures like gastroscopy, and it is also used for doing bronchoscopy. This has a haptic module, which means when we are using this, we get a very real-like feel. It also mimics a lot of conditions. All clinical and pathological conditions, anatomical variations are all mimicked in here. This patient has an ulcer out here. So once I have an ulcer and there's a bleeding from here, then I need to decide what I do for this ulcer. So I can select the tools that we are giving out here. All the modalities that you would select are available out here. Also, whatever injections, if the patient is making noise, okay, if he is not cooperative, then you can select whatever medicines you want to give. So it is very interactive model. It allows us to mimic various different clinical conditions. So thereby once the student is learning on this, he gets a lot of confidence in doing cases on an actual patient. But this is going to be used as debriefing room 2. So we will be able to run 2 batches of students, 25 each.
One will be there and one will be here.
The debriefing will be done here, and then they could go to different simulators. This is the diagnostic ultrasound simulation room, and here I will request Dr. Ms. Jotkar to demonstrate the 2D echocardiography and Dr. Nitin Wadhwani to demonstrate the sonography.
Vimedix is a high fidelity cardiac ultrasound system. It is a cardiac echocardiography. This model demonstrates the transesophageal as well as transthoracic echocardiography. It supports the two-dimensional images, M-mode images, color Doppler, pulse wave Doppler and continuous wave Doppler. It enhances the cognitive skills of the student also to interpret the ultrasound images, to make the diagnosis and to make clinical decisions.
Vimedix simulation is an innovative tool in teaching learning process. It will help in depicting the sectional anatomy in extreme detail and will help in diagnosing all abnormal fetal abnormalities in first, second and third trimester. The specialty is on one side we have an ultrasound image and at the same time sectional anatomy is depicted in a very lucid manner at the same time, and it includes 3D and 4D options also. So the confidence level in diagnosing and interpreting images enhanced.
And then as they
They will have to figure out how movement should be done properly. Otherwise, the real patient is very difficult.
Very good.
And you don't have that much time in those labs.
Patients will not let you spend that much time, you know. I am requesting Mr. Praveen to demonstrate the state-of-the-art HoloLens that we have also got.
Welcome to the augmented reality presentation. So this is the latest technological innovation what we have in medical simulation. This is called as HoloLens. So what we are seeing here now is a full body medical simulation there, where they can see the different aspects of heart attack or different cardiac scenarios. They can learn the anatomical structures and then various parts of the human anatomy.
This is the Blue Phantom Trainer section, and I request Dr. Mrs. Kalpana Kulkarni to demonstrate this.
This is a unit of ultrasound interventional simulation lab, where there are different phantoms which can be used for teaching purpose. This is a pediatric model for central line insertion. This is for the tab block procedures. These are for the breast biopsies and elastography. This is a model for central line insertion we can teach to the students, and this is for the peripheral line insertion. Coming to anesthesia technique, this is one of the greatest advancement in the anesthesiology, use of ultrasound for the lumbar spine in most of the difficult spine cases and obese patients. With the ultrasound probe, we identify the space where we want to insert the needle, and we find the structures, the depth of the space, and we can pass the needle with the ultrasound guidance and to get the intrathecal space. So this is of great help. This model mimics the human body and ultrasound compatible.
This is our basic clinical skills lab from which all skill and simulation training starts. I request Dr. Mohan Patil to please introduce this to us.
Certain procedures like neonatal resuscitation, basic life support, advanced life support, intubation, putting central line, these procedures, they are very difficult to do for the first time in a live patient. Instead, if these are practiced on mannequins, then the person can be confident in real case scenarios. In this hospital, we are having this clinical skill lab for 5 years. We have almost 70 mannequins which are being used by all main departments: medicine, surgery, anesthesia, pediatrics, obstetrics, gynecology. So all these departments, they are regularly using all these mannequins for undergraduate, postgraduate as well as internship training program.
This section is the Anatomage, which helps in 3D anatomy training. I'll request Dr. Vasudha Nikam and Dr. Ashalata Patil to please explain this.
The students can learn the dissection in a better way than a cadaveric dissection, because here we can see the movement of the body, where 3D rotation can be done. You can see the posterior view of the body immediately. You can see the viscera immediately. So we can move in any direction, or any part of the body can be visualized on this table. And if you see the virtual entire body system, you can see here layer by layer we are going towards the arterial system of the body here. and you can now visualize on the screen. So, users can visualize or they can understand the anatomy much better than the cadaveric dissection.
So, this tool, it is useful to correlate gross anatomy with this microscopic anatomy and sectional anatomy. Hence, this anatomy, it is useful not only to these UGs or PGs, but also the clinicians of all specialties, that is for the physicians, surgeons, neurosurgeons, plastic surgeons, even paramedical professionals to relearn, recall and refresh the knowledge of anatomy.